Welcome into a Grizzlies Spotlight covered by ATI Physical Therapy. I'm Sam Levitt, and joining me this week on the Grizzlies Spotlight for the second time in the history of our show is Tyler Thompson, gateway right-hander. Almost a year ago, you were on the show for the first time, and a lot has happened since then. You started 2015 in the starting rotation. Then Brett Sawacki went down with an injury. Phil Warren tells you that you're going to the bullpen to become the new closer. What's this season been like?
It's been a whirlwind, to be honest with you. That was kind of the last thing I was expecting, especially at the beginning of the year, coming in being a starter, seeing so many starters in and out of here, and just the consistency with the starters in and out. I wasn't expecting it, but I'm embracing the new role. I think it's fun, and you got to go about it the same way as if you're starting. You prepare for it each day. I mean, you're still pitching, you're still trying to get outs. It's just in a different situation. You're trying to get the outs. So I mean, it's a new fun role. I'm enjoying it so far.
You've excelled so far, done a great job, and you were one of the most consistent guys in that gateway rotation. You touched on it, the preparation difference. What's it like now to go from preparing for a start every 5 days to now not really knowing when you're going to come into a game?
I think the biggest thing is just every day you got to be locked in. As a starter, you get to sit up in the stands, you get to hang out with other starters, and now it's just every day I have to know what each team is looking to do. I look over the scouting reports a little more. Instead of just the day before as a starter, I could go in there and be like, hey, what are we going to do to these guys? And now I'm watching every at-bat, seeing what this guy can hit, see what he's doing throughout the game, and just try to prepare for it that way.
Yeah, there's no more sitting in the stands eating nachos, charting pitches. He's got to be in the bullpen, ready to go. When we spoke about a year ago, you told me that one of the biggest differences between college and pro ball was that hitters at this level, they capitalize on every mistake you make. What do you feel like the biggest thing you've learned is between now and then?
I think the biggest thing I learned is just making pitches. It's the same at every level, except if you make a mistake here, they're going to hit it. If you make a mistake in college, 5 out of 10 times you're not going to hit it. So, I mean, I feel like the biggest thing here is just limiting your mistakes. And if you're going to miss, don't miss out over the plate. Miss away, miss in, miss up, miss down. Don't miss middle is the biggest thing I can tell you. That's why I've tried to talk to a lot of these rookies, because I'm one of the older guys here now, as crazy as that is, being a rookie too. It's just kind of trying to talk to some of those younger guys, not that they're young, but just trying to talk to them about where to miss, kind of what to look for, and kind of just the mental aspect of what they're going through as a starter, because I've been there. I was that rookie that I went to Javon, I went to Tucker last year, and I was like, what am I doing here? What do I need to work on? And some of these guys might not feel comfortable doing that with me, since I'm just a rookie too, but I feel like that's part of my job with being one of the only guys here from last year. It's kind of just helping them along and trying to teach them a few things here or there if I can.
You came in as a second-year guy, but with all the changes on the Gateway pitching staff, you're right. It's like you've had to become that veteran on this pitching staff as Tyler Thompson joins us on this week's Grizzlies Spotlight, covered by ATI Physical Therapy. You had a heck of an offseason. You're working on your teaching degree. You did some substitute teaching, and you were the head coach for a junior high baseball team. Tell me more about it.
I think coaching the junior high team is one of the greatest experiences of my life, because some of those kids, they never played baseball before. So I thought I knew how to teach baseball, but I learned that I didn't know as much as I thought. The first day I get there, most of the kids played Little League baseball where you can't take leadoffs or anything like that. So I'm like, hey, get a leadoff. And the kids like look at me like I'm the craziest guy ever. So, I mean, a big part of it was just teaching the game, because some of those kids had never played. So I taught them, go out there, you teach them how to play catch, you teach them how to lead off, teach them all these things. And just the biggest thing I try to teach them is hustle, because if you can go out there and hustle, you got half the game beat right there. And just I thought that was the biggest thing, the most important thing. And I learned a tremendous amount. Those kids loved being there every day. I had kids out there that, like, the end of the season, all these kids are like, Coach, you can't leave us. I don't want to play for another guy. I want to play for you. So I think that's inspired me throughout this whole season, is just those kids, watching them every day, working, and just being around them really made me feel important.
When we've traveled, I've seen you on the bus doing some homework, and he's always talking about after his starts, he has to get back to the hotel, do his work, and that's because you're actually working on a teaching degree. You're going to be going back to school during this off season. What do you like about teaching, and ultimately, what do you want to do?
Well, both my parents are in education, so I've seen the kind of impact they've got to be able to make in kids' life. My dad's a superintendent, and my mom just got a principal's job, so I just see the impact that they have, and I just want to be able to have that kind of impact on kids throughout their lives. And I got a baseball coach I still talk to from high school. I still talk to him once a week, twice a week. And just the impact that he made on my life, I want to be able to make that same impact on other kids' lives.
Before I let you go, I have one bone to pick. So, last year when we were talking, you told everybody you were from Cuba, Missouri, or at least that's what everybody on the media side thought. That's because, well, everything said Cuba. So I asked him, well, what's Cuba like? He goes on this entire rant about the world's oldest rocking chair, the great barbecue in Cuba, Missouri. But I find out earlier this season that you're actually from 4 hours away in Steele. Your parents are from Cuba. So now I need to ask you, forget Cuba for a second, what is the best thing about Steele, Missouri?
Cotton. It's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life in the fall when the cotton starts to bloom. It's amazing. I can't even explain how amazing it is. And it's where I'm from. All my best friends live there. I went back during the All-Star break. My best friend, his dad and grandpa, they farmed 10,000 acres. So I took my girlfriend down there. We taught her how to drive a tractor for the first time. So she learned what a pivot was, and she learned how to lay poly pipe. So she learned lots of new things.
Poly pipe, cotton. I have no idea what he's talking about. It all sounds good, sounds beautiful. As Tyler Thompson joins us on this week's Grizzlies Spotlight for the second time. Tyler, a great job this year. Thanks so much. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
This was the Grizzlies Spotlight covered by ATI Physical Therapy. For Tyler Thompson, I'm Sam Levitt. We'll talk to you next week.